crew on the Xfinity races, so I've been practicing and making sure that I understand that Xfinity is partnered with NASCAR, and they deserve to be said every time. We appreciate Nationwide being here in the past, but that's the past, and we have to focus on the Xfinity series and the way it's branded today. So I wonder if I'll ever mess up and say Nationwide. I don't think I will. I went through I was part of the truck broadcasting when we went from Craftsman to Camping World, so I have a little bit of history of that.
It proved to be pretty good at the end of this race. What are those last 4 or 5 laps like? It seems like it's so intense, so pressurized.
You can't imagine how focused you are, how determined you are to keep that car out in front of the rest. This is everybody's race to win. You know, everybody comes here dreaming of winning at Daytona, and when you've got a victory here and you've tasted that success, it just makes you want it that much more again. So the last couple of laps of the 2014 Daytona 500 with Dale Jr. and those guys, Hamlin up there mixing it up, having been a part of that kind of a battle before, I know exactly what they were thinking and feeling, and what a gratifying feeling it is when you're able to take the checker flag at Daytona.
NASCAR said that they didn't want to alter the chase this year because they really felt like fans really embraced it. What do the drivers think of this one?
You know what? I loved last year listening to the drivers trying to figure out how to win the championship. You know, it was the first time in the history of the chase that people were confused a bit about what it was going to take. Before, consistently, week in and week out, you're going to be the champion. If you could be the most consistent, you're going to be the champion. Would that work again? I don't know. But I think they all determined you better win. That's the safest way to try to be the champion. And as it turned out, Kevin Harvick had to win the last 2 races to be the champion. He beat Ryan Newman by a couple of car lengths to become the champion. So I think that has the drivers really, really focused and happy that they understand exactly what it's going to take to be the champion in 2015, and they're going to have to race hard to be that, and I'm looking forward to watching it.
Does NASCAR deserve credit for tweaking and just really working over the years to try and get it right?
Yeah, and this was more of a tweak. This was a big change, and I think that the change, the risk that NASCAR took with the change has paid off. People around America are talking about NASCAR and how fun it was in 2014, and the drivers are talking about how hard they're going to have to race to be champion in 15. That's what it's all about.
14 years ago, you were part of one of the best but yet most tragic races here. Can you reminisce a little bit about what that was like in 2001?
You know, I came here with I came here to drive for Dale for the first time, and he had a meeting with the team on Friday afternoon, and he said, "This is how we're going to win this race. We're going to draft together, we're going to work together, and we're going to be together at the front at the end. And whoever's at the front at the end, then we'll figure out who wins." And just what Dale said is exactly how it went down. So I was so much looking forward to being on his team, and you know, we were buddies, and it was going to be fun to have him sort of mentor me along with the driving. I think he pretty much just put his arm around me and he said, "You ain't done a really good job running your career. I'm going to take over now." And we were able to get the big win. And that's the thing that I love most about that day is I know when Dale left this world, he saw me and Dale Jr. going off to win the race. And as a car owner, you know, that's got to be the best feeling in the world to see that. And so I know he was smiling when he left. I want to be smiling when I leave.
I'm sorry. Can winning here make or break a career?
It has mine. You know, I'm known for winning the Daytona 500 and losing a lot of races before that. I've been blessed though. Daytona has always been a track that I was good at, understood how to be successful here, what it took to run up front, and it paid off.
Well, and if you win at Daytona, people tend to forget sometimes that you might have lost a lot of other races, don't they?
I have.
Your opinion of the automated judging system?
I love it. I know when we first come up with pit road speed, they used stopwatches, and people were like, "I wasn't speeding." Yes, you were, right there. And then now they have the electronic data that tells you whether you were speeding or not on pit road. And this system will have that same sort of measuring system for the drivers and the teams to understand what exactly went on. I love it. I think it'll be just the next step of making making everything as clear as possible. And I think that's what NASCAR is all about, making sure the teams understand the rules, making sure the cars are all even, the officiating is even, and this is important. You know what I love about NASCAR is every second of every race is always under review. It isn't like you got to throw a flag to ask somebody about a call. They're reviewing every second of the race, and this enables them to review pit road even closer.